All I can say is get ready now. In tonight's main point, there is growing concern for flooding. A lot of the snow that has fallen into the foothills and the Sierra is about to get hit with rain. And I just got off the phone with people in Wilton, which is just south of Sacramento, who unfortunately are preparing for the possibility of more flooding this winter. And we expect to know about the concern there tomorrow. Meanwhile, this is what things looked like in El Dorado County in the town of Camino. The fire chief there says that they are switching from snow preps to swift water rescue preparation. They say that they anticipate many calls this weekend because the rain will fall on snow. And then roof collapsing. It's also a massive concern. Crews have been removing snow from the tops of people's homes. In Camino, residents, they're tired. They say that they need a break.
I haven't been able to get out of here since I think last Wednesday was the last time I've been out. You know, shoveling every day. And I'm getting too old for this stuff.
And emergency crews say that they are currently averaging about 8 to 10 calls a day in the Camino area. And then on top of that, there's still power outages. So we'll get to those a little bit later in the show. I want to go ahead and bring in Chief Meteorologist Monica Woods because we know those cold storms are turning into warm. And I just want to know what that means, not only for the snowpack, but I mean for those communities that have just been completely covered in snow already.
Right. And when you look at Camino, that's fairly low in elevation compared to what we normally see. So as you can see here offshore, what's going to be happening is this a large atmospheric river hits early on Friday and even late into Thursday. The events that will be following will be the flooding concerns because you can see the snow changes. Our snow level actually will be above the passes. And Alex, I know we've been showing pictures of how high those snow plows have been pushing all that snow. We can go back to our graphic just for a second here because I do want to show how that's going to be changing here. There you can see Friday at 7,500 feet. And then by Saturday, we're down to about 6,000 feet. So by Saturday into Sunday, we will start to see some of these issues alleviated. But in that time frame, we're going to be looking at this flood watch in effect, as well as additional snowfall coming in, about 1 to 5 feet of snow in the high country with our winter storm watch Thursday through Sunday.
Okay, and we're expecting our water levels to rise. Could we see any releases in our dams?
Well, right now, our dams are looking pretty good. Our reservoirs still have capacity. Here's a look at where things stand right now. And you can see we're at about 60 to 75% of capacity for Shasta, Oroville, and Folsom. We're above historical averages, but again, even into New Melones, Don Pedro, San Luis, anywhere from about 45 to 80% of capacity. So we still have plenty of room in there. Now, the real concern is this excessive rainfall risk, and we're now in the moderate risk. That just got elevated for today with some of our rivers starting to get above flood stage as we dig deeper into Friday into Saturday. So we've got 6 that we're going to be monitoring as all this rain starts to fall. 5 to 7.5 inches in the foothills. And of course, gravity takes all that water downstream into the valley.
And with all this being said, we're not even done with our first storm yet, are we?
Right. And so that's what we're going to be looking at here, that low pressure system as we head into tonight, still digging its way inland. Now, this is still the remnants of that cold storm that brought all that snow that you just saw in Camino all the way down into elevations around 2,500 feet. We still have some moisture working in from off the coast here, and that's why we're still in with this winter weather advisory tomorrow from 4 a.m. to 1 p.m. with about 2 to 6 inches of additional snow. Again, those snow levels down to about 2,500 to 3,000 feet. So we see additional snowfall coming in down to about 1,500 feet in some pockets. It won't necessarily be accumulating snow at that point, but travel impacts still in our forecast for tomorrow with about 1 to almost 15 inches of snow in some places. And you can see it piling up here during the morning tomorrow into the early afternoon. Rainfall isn't going to be a whole lot more, about 1/4 of an inch or so by tomorrow. The timeline looks like this. For tonight, we see a break, and then here comes that band of rain and snow picking up tomorrow morning. Wet roadways for the morning commute. The snow finally tapers off, but we only have roughly about a 24-hour window because our big band of rain is quickly approaching. Now we're going to have more on that coming up in just a moment, Alex.
Thanks, Monica. And you can find the latest information on weather conditions, road and school closures. All you have to do is just download our free ABC 10 app. You can also upload your weather photos and videos so we can see what's happening in your neighborhood.